would like to extend my heartiest welcome to all three of you here. Three stalwart institutions, IGNOU, as of course, right now, we don't have to introduce IGNOU in terms of its innovative efforts and innovative steps that have been taken from NCID, which started as early as 2005. And these steps were already in an innovative mode. And how IGNOU could reach out to about 35 lakh students. In the last convocation, we certified about 35 lakhs, sir, Dr. Sharma, if I may think. So the outreach of IGNOU is exemplary. We have reached out to far and wide different states, different districts, and we have NCID, which has taken steps in identifying students who are dedicated into startups and innovations and innovation, startups. And we have experts like Dr. Subhranshu Sanyal from IIM Calcutta, the Innovation Park, where you have your expertise. And we have Arup Kumar Ji from SIDBI, who is actually the institution. He represents the institution which can, as Dr. Sharma was just now saying, how can we even have a discussion of innovation and entrepreneurship without SIDBI? It makes it even more, relevant to have so much more relevant that you are here with us. So your expertise and the outreach network of IGNOU, I hope these institutions come together, and it will be a privilege for Regional Center Kolkata, because we are located here, to bring these institutions together and explore different ways in which we can take this collaboration forward, so that more and more of our learners can benefit from it. More and more, as we have noticed, there has been a significant change in the mindset of students now, who are trying to explore what it would be like to move ahead with innovation and entrepreneurship, and not just from we have a couple of our innovation startups from Kolkata, and we thought that we would invite them here also. This would be an exposure for them. So we have a couple of them. They are startups of based from Kolkata, and that's why we have invited them here to be here, so that part of the discussions could be also clear to them. So I will now take my the privilege to invite Dr. O.P. Sharma here with us, an exemplary leader from IGNOU's perspective. And for the time that I have associated with Dr. Sharma, he has motivated me personally as as a colleague, and also motivated our innovation club in Kolkata itself. And it is because of his far-sighted his vision that that IGNOU, I think, is in a position now to claim a number of we've got 5-star rating from the Ministry of Education, and we have the Best Center Award. We also have a ranked number 1 in ARIA 2021 status. So, Dr. Sharma, I will just give a little introduction. He needs no introduction, but because we will be in the social media as a discussion forum.
I think let us talk about IGNOU's activities. That will be good, because
okay.
Means whatever we are doing.
I will leave that, sir, to you to talk about all the steps that IGNOU has taken so far. And when I was discussing with Dr. Sanyal, he had actually asked me, said, there are a number of steps that institutions have to take before you can talk about an ecosystem. So I told him that we have already taken so many steps, and you are the right person here to acquaint all the steps with IIMC and SIDBI out here. So, sir, I'll lay it open for you.
Fine. So good morning, good afternoon to all of you. What she has mentioned is rightly because IGNOU being a distance open university and doing such kind of things is really very challenging for all of us. Students are not with us. They are most of the time away from us, but still the strength is what she was mentioning, 35 lakh students, 3.5 million students being with any university means they out of them, if we consider only 1% which might be having that kind of inclination towards innovation entrepreneurship, then I think it will be itself much more than many universities taken together. That is one strength, and that we have seen that strength lies with our students. And second very important thing is we have a network of 57 very vibrant dynamic regional centers across the country, because many of the open universities they are working at from one place, but they are lacking in the infrastructure which IGNOU is having. You might have seen regional center Kolkata and the regional director how active and dynamic she is. Like her, there are all other regional directors. They are taking very proactive actions as per the directions of the government of India, Ministry of Education, also as per the need of the hour, because we all have now understood that there is a need for creating these universities, particularly in all higher education universities, towards innovation, startup, and entrepreneurship, and that we have tried to create. What Dr. Arup Kumar was asking me about the National Center for Innovation and Distance Education, though Dr. Sujata Datta has given some idea. This is a national center, basically housed at the national at the headquarter, and it was established in 2005 primarily to conduct innovation and related studies in the field of distance education, because open and distance education itself is an innovation in the field of education. It's an innovative initiative, and that too requires uh, time to time different kind of improvisation, different kind of other innovations to provide more learner friendly support, learner friendly teaching learning, and other kind of things. That's why this center was established in 2005, when there was, I think, hardly any talk about the innovation and related things in the country. That time it was visualized. So we are really thankful to our those leaders who could think of that kind of center at the national level. And I would like to say up to around 2015 or 16, we were primarily focusing on the innovations in distance education only. Maybe how to make our teaching learning more effective, how to use the technology, how to make innovative use of technology, how to provide better support services, how to improvise in the examination system, and these all things we were working. Maybe like the scheme was on demand examination, that anytime you come and then you can appear in the examination. For that we created a digital dynamic question bank, also online learning, e-learning, mobile learning. In 2005 this center was working on mobile learning. That time this kind of smart mobiles were not there, those simple mobiles, and using those we created that kind of thing. Science at mobile, many such schemes were done. But when this government of India focused on student related innovation and startup entrepreneurship, then our center also shifted towards that. In addition to what we were doing, we then shifted towards promoting, supporting the innovation and startup entrepreneurship culture in the university, particularly for the students. But we take our faculty also in this all kind of a scene, maybe for training purpose, maybe for mentoring purpose, maybe for different other purposes. So that is basically this shift now. Uh, if you permit, I would like to present a slide for that purpose. So that will be more
Yeah,
fine.
please.
Can you see, Dr. Sujata, my slide?
Yes, yes, we can see, sir. Yes, Dr. Sharma, we can see.
This is basically about the National Center for Innovation in Distance Education, which is a dedicated center for innovation and entrepreneurial activities in the university. Now we are working with the help of all those 57 regional centers. So that is now extension or expansion of these activities over the last 5 6 years, that including the regional centers in this exercise. The primary objective is promoting, supporting, re-engineering, innovating, and documenting and disseminating the innovation related activities in the university. That is basically around this we are doing all our things, promoting whatever kind of a culture, what kind of awareness thing, encouraging students, and then when we identify, we support them. This re-engineering is basically that is for the systemic related, whatever different kind of processes, procedures in the university. We have traditional, if they require any kind of improvisation, changes, innovation, that we do, and innovating and documenting, disseminating. This is basically about the NCID in nutshell. And then I would like to tell you by this one slide only what kind of things we have been doing. One is this promoting the culture of innovation in startup. That was the primary challenge before us, how to make a kind of environment in the university that students, teachers, other faculty and staff, they start talking about the innovation. So that first we try to do. What activities we did, that I will tell you. Then next thing was the identification of the innovator and potential entrepreneurs, and then recognizing them. Then next stage in this exercise is to incubate their ideas. When we identify these potential innovators, we start incubating, providing them different kind of support and other training, etc., and that nurtures their innovation entrepreneurship. And this re-engineering and finding innovative solution, that is mainly related to the open and distance learning system, that I will tell you. And then encouraging, empowering the faculty for innovation. That is very important, because we alone at the National Center for Innovation Distance Education cannot cater so wide range of the student. That's why we try to involve the faculty of the headquarter, faculty of the regional centers, and also impart them different kind of training and then a capacity building program from time to time. And then another important aspect is documenting the innovation and startup related concepts, the success stories and other things. And then we disseminate through website, disseminate through other social media. We bring out a newsletter also, and then networking. And this networking and collaboration which RC Kolkata has taken initiative is basically this one. Under this promotion, I would like to just list few activities, like a weekly Facebook live session on innovation startup. 50 sessions.
Dr. I think we've lost it. I should give. I'll just call him and see. Oh, I think he's gone out. I think he's trying to call me also. think this is a kind of it's almost divine intervention to point out that we are so dependent on technology. And am I audible, sir? Yeah. Okay. So we are so dependent on technology, we for any innovation for that matter, and we still haven't ensured uninterrupted internet for ourselves. And these are. I will just wait for. So, Dr. Sanyal and Mr. Arup Kumar, I think we will wait for him to join us back. In the meantime, we can continue this discussion a little further in terms of so that Dr. Sharma can join us whenever. But as I have written that email to both of you and pointed out 2-3 areas where we wanted the institutions to focus. Obviously, this platform was an exchange of ideas, how we can collaborate, which are the areas to be emphasized when we are talking about possible collaboration with each other. And in that, I had also requested whether it would be possible to have a kind of a workshop mode, a collaborative workshop for learners. We could either take learners from all over, IGNOU learners from all over India or from Kolkata also, and give a preliminary workshop on what that whole idea of startups can is supposed to mean, a basic understanding, so which could be partly done in a few sessions, probably also in Bengali, and also in English and Hindi, but also giving some space for the local, the grassroots, so we can promote this whole idea of innovation there, a workshop thing. And the other concern that I had was whether there could be a possibility of students to participate in the IIM Calcutta innovation. Our best nominated innovators and startups, if they could have an opportunity in IIM Calcutta innovation park to participate in their incubation thing, and for SIDBI to give us their parameters and possibility of of funding, on what were the parameters through which we can choose our group of learners, and how we could take that forward. So this would be some of the things, and I think when Dr. Sharma joins us, he can give us more of his ideas. And since this is a recorded program, I'm sure he will not miss out on anything. But before I go on to Dr. Sanyal, I will just make one last call and see what happened. His phone is also okay. So we will wait for Dr. Sharma to join us, and in the meantime, I extend my warmest welcome to Dr. Shubhranshu Sanyal for being here with us today. Thank you very much. I've already been a first-hand, participant, and I've experienced the dynamism of what you are doing in Kolkata and through Kolkata. I am Kolkata. I've seen that in the program that I had already mentioned. He's a passionate startup it's as an evangelist almost, and currently serves as the CEO of the IIM Calcutta Innovation Park. He is dedicated to fostering a comprehensive ecosystem that promotes entrepreneurship and nurtures innovation. Dr. Sanyal has a deep interest in social entrepreneurship and is actively involved in initiatives that support self-reliant and inclusive growth in India. He is actively engaged with the key stakeholders in entrepreneurship domain, government, academia, corporations, investors, and involved in creating a strong enabling community for the entrepreneurs with a special focus on East and Northeast India. um, there's so many areas that our interests align in this manner, and it is indeed a privilege, Dr. Sanyal, for you to be here with us. Dr. Sanyal is skilled in innovation management. Yes, I think he's calling. So yes, Dr. Sharma, you couldn't reach us. Hello. Dr. Sanyal is skilled in innovation management, business process re-engineering, and has program implementation experience in multiple geographies. He has a strong consulting background with a Doctor PhD from the National Law University, Jodhpur, PGDM from IIM Calcutta, and BE in Mechanical Engineering from Jadavpur University. Dr. Sanyal, you seem to be an ideal example of what we always think of creating, an amalgamation of multidisciplinary, coming together of and an enhanced, augmented individual, enlightened individual in that sense. So, Dr. Sanyal, I will lay the platform, the meeting open for you, so you can give your discussion and your presentation points.
Sure, sure. Can you hear me all right? The audio is
Yes.
okay? Okay. Yeah, thank you for the introduction, and good to see Anilji, and I'm expecting Dr. Sharma will also join us.
Yes.
So I would like to make it keep it very short. I could see briefly what Dr. Sharma has presented. It is very impressive that a lot of initiatives
Dr. Sharma?
have been already. I just wait for a minute.
Please. Yes, sir. Dr. Sanyal, he will just be joining. There was an electricity breakdown in the entire university, which is very rare in Delhi. So, what happened today?
Sure.
You continue, and Dr. Sharma will join us.
Okay, fine. So whatever definitely a lot of initiatives have already been taken up by the university to help the students at a very initial stage when they are having ideas, or motivating them, giving them basic knowledge, right? There are sessions. In fact, you also have a TV show which I saw, right? Udyamita ki or, so which is also good. So a lot of initiatives have been taken up, which is very impressive. Now, I don't think you need any help there, whatever you are doing. You have already done things very and going in the right direction. So I would rather talk about that. What next? What more can be done? I would like to quickly show one slide, one picture, and then I will talk. That will be better. Okay. Can you see my screen? I have just one slide there which I'm putting up. Can you see my screen? A pyramid kind of picture?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is a typical entrepreneurship maturity model, we call it. And if you look at the steps, uh, bottom of the pyramid is the section. Is the uh, Mrs. Sujata, I'm hearing some echo. Can you please put yourself on mute?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. I think that's better now. Yeah. So the lowest level, which is the awareness level, is that level where students are not aware of entrepreneurship, but they may have heard about it, but then they really don't know how to take it forward. The basics are not known, and large number of students are in this lowest level. And typically, the kind of initiatives that are taken to help students at that stage is what you call immersion. It includes motivation session, lot of idea generation kind of programs, which I believe you are already doing. So this awareness part and the TV shows and all which you are doing, that's excellent. These are all supporting the awareness session. Then the next stage is idea to prototype, that the students who want to take their idea forward, the first step will be they will convert that idea to a prototype, and the university should provide the basic support so that it is possible. Okay. Uh, so since IGNOU operates in it's like an open university model, so the physical contact and all, I don't know how much is possible, but still, while the students are developing their ideas to a working model, the second level, um, it might be useful to provide some basic mentorship or uh, connect to relevant facilities which are available nearby, so that the students can successfully develop the working model. And this part is called pre-incubation. I think from a knowledge side, you are already doing it. You are doing a lot of contests to identify and reward the students at this stage, which is very good. But I think one area which, if you can strengthen, that will help the student immensely is the mentoring part. Okay, the hand-holding part, so that the prototype they are developing, working model they are developing, it's aligned to the market. Okay, so this is for idea to prototype or pre-incubation. Then the third one, so after the working model is developed, then the third one is incubation, where the main purpose would be to take the product to the market, whatever you have developed, the solution to the market. So it needs a different kind of capacity building, more business focused. Okay, and this mentoring is also typically done by experts from the industry. Okay, the previous stage idea to prototype, it can be done within the academia, but then we recommend that the third level, which is prototype to revenue, you might think about creating a pool of mentors from the industry who have experience in building businesses or investment to handhold the entrepreneur to take it to the next level. And then one more challenge at this level is that there is a need of some seed fund, because to take a product to the market, you need some money to make it happen. So mentoring, market connect, and seed fund, these are the three critical elements at this stage of incubation. I heard from Dr. Sharma that incubation is also happening. I am interested to learn more about it, that what kind of support is provided to incubation. But a first cut feel that I have is this incubation piece may be strengthened with more business oriented market mentoring, as well as funding for the students. Next, the final level, which we call grow, is startups who have already started making money, in the early revenue stage, how they can sustain and scale up. We know that the success rate of startups is very low, right? So at this stage, even after getting into the market, launching the product in the market, the failure rate is also quite high. The startups start selling, but then they fail to sustain or fail to grow. This is where the acceleration program comes up. And if you look at the pyramid, every stage, the number reduces. So typically what we say is that 1:10, right? If you work with 100 prototypes, 10 of those prototypes will be commercialized, and out of the 10 commercialized solutions, one will be a sustainable and scalable business like that. So that is the reason it is small. But this is where I think some additional effort needs to put in terms of acceleration, where the startups who have succeeded to take their product to the market or piloted it, how we can take them to the sustainable level, sustainable and scalable level, so that they can then it will be more like autopilot. Like after a while, once they get into that level, then they can be on autopilot, and they will have enough knowledge and resources to grow further. Okay. So I believe that the first two levels are done well as of now: awareness and idea to prototype, incubation partially, and acceleration is something which probably needs to be added. And if you look at IIM Calcutta Innovation Park, our main forte is on the top two levels, because we are a business school. So acceleration and business incubation. So incubation can be from a technical side as well as a business side. These two can be our forte. So we'd be happy to help the student-led enterprises which have such, something which they have developed, done a pilot, to take them to the next level or acceleration level. So that's all I thought I will share with you now. And then if there are more questions, I will be happy to yeah.
Thank you. I think there's a message from Mr. Arup Kumar. He has just been summoned. So if I may take permission, Mr. Arup Kumar, would you like to come in before that, and so that you are not rushed? He has to go for you have a meeting. So I'll just quickly, again, I'll just give a little introduction for Mr. Arup Kumar. Mr. Arup Kumar has worked in different geographies and positions, both in policy and operations in the area of enterprise creation, through direct as well as indirect modes. Besides working in credit, risk management, etc., he has headed various verticals, functions in SIDBI, microfinance operations, support to the NBFC's sector, treasury operations, etc. He's been part of SIDBI's internal credit committees, IT committees, CSR committees, besides venture capital investment committee in the Government of India Fund of Funds for Startups. He has also been SIDBI's nominee director on the boards of UPFC, UPICO, Utkarsh SFB, and CRIF Highmark in the past, and is currently nominee director in Bandhan Financials, Kolkata, and Annapurna Finance, Bhubaneswar. Thank you so much for being with us here. And of course, we will lay the floor open for more interactive discussions later. Mr. Arup Kumar, if you can please intervene and give us your...
Thank you very much. Echoing, mute that side. Hello. Yeah. So thanks. It's really a great initiative on the part of Dr. Sujata. And SIDBI, we all know, is for enterprise creation. The Apex DFI, set up by an Act of Parliament in 1990, And thereafter, we have been working with the ecosystem towards developing various institutional framework as well as the policies and products, which way they foster further entrepreneurship culture in the country, as also which way we can promote and development finance through direct and indirect mode. Now, in the context of this discussion, education institutions and innovation center and parks, SIDBI has been associated with both of such entities in a big way. For quite some time, for the last 20 years, we have been supporting the incubation centers. We helped IIT Kanpur to set up that first, that is SIIC, today they are calling it first. Even IIM Calcutta Innovation Park, we have been associated, we are supporting for some of the programs where we see that some seed money can flow through them to the needy startup entrepreneur. In general, if you say we are giving refinance support to all the banks, NBFCs, MFIs in the country so that they can give loans to MSMEs as also startups. You might be knowing that the funds scheme of Government of India for startup, we are running 10,000 crore was given to us, and we are giving that money to various venture funds so that can then be given by them, those VCs, for starting the startups to individual entrepreneurs. While that is happening and that is relatively bigger to foster this culture, we are also partnering with many education institutions. And towards that, when last year I had a discussion with Dr. Sujata on this, that what can be done, she was full of enthusiasm towards doing something for the people who want to do some startup activity. So thereafter, I suggested, and then we are together, that IIM Calcutta Innovation Park and SIDBI and IGNOU. This can be really a really big, I would say, collaboration going forward. And we can start on a pilot mode to see which way this can be designed. In pilot, we can see all the contours, all the aspects of design, and then with whatever learning we are going to have, we can then fine-tune them and then scale it up as a national program. And towards that, since the initiative, the drive, the enthuse, that matters a lot for making any idea into fruition and initiative resulting into real activity, I would suggest maybe RC Calcutta can take the lead from IGNOU side, and SIDBI would certainly handhold in terms of that program design and all whatever is there, in terms of even giving some support, soft support, which we have given to other institutions, educational institutions, in terms of designing a program towards not just giving them basic know-how of entrepreneurship, as also converting them. It's not just EDP, converting to enterprise creation with the help of IIM Calcutta Innovation Park, where we participate there. We have given some support to them for giving seed funding in some of the entrepreneur startup activity is found good enough by IIMCIP. They can give some funding support, seed funding support from there. In case their fund is already tied up fully, we can think of considering some enhancement further, where a sub-segment can be taken to take care of the IGNOU side also. So this is what, since I have to rush for a meeting, so just basic thoughts I have said. Once I am through with the meeting, and if this meeting is going on, I'll again come back and we'll elaborate further on which way we can collaborate further.
Thank you so much, Arupji. You've been such a pillar of support right from the beginning, and this would not have happened had you not, in this case, even hand-holding Kolkata Regional Center for that matter. Because what you have just told us gives us the foundational ground to even start talking about what we are thinking of. So, we will, in that case, please carry on, and you can come and see whether the interaction is later on there.
Yeah, my meeting has started, and that
yes.
is quite high level, so I can't word unfortunately.
That's fine,
You
sir.
you
That's fine,
you
sir.
have that meeting, and it will be better if you join it again so that we
Certainly,
can
sir.
conclude something what we can do.
I am not exiting. I am muting it here.
Yes,
Parallelly
yes,
on a
that's
different
fine.
device, I am joining. Once I am
Right,
through, I will.
right,
Yes, yes, that will be fine.
right, right. Dr. Sharma, please, if you
Yes,
can
yes. I'm
continue.
sorry first because there was a electricity breakdown in the entire university, so it took time
I
to reconnect. Uh, I
no
have
problem.
listened to Sanyal Saab. Basically, they have four segments of their entire model. And in that model, I would like to tell you that awareness, idea to prototype, and prototype to revenue and growth. We are very good in first two. Awareness, we have created a lot of awareness, and we are doing lot of activities at the headquarter, at the regional center, because first in our case we thought that this awareness component is very important. Because what happens when we talk about the conventional system, where campus based system, their students are there with the teacher, students are with the other peer students, and they know many things, what is happening, what are the all possibilities for them, particularly in the field of entrepreneurship and startup. But in our case, our students are away, and most of them may not be aware of it at all. That's why first step that we took, that was to create a lot of awareness through different medias. I told you I will share with you that slide again. And then second step, that is a idea to prototype. Idea generation, lot of ideas are being generated, and we are trying to develop that prototype, and many of our students have taken such initiative. They have developed these prototypes, and even they have taken that startup initiatives also. But after that they are finding problem, because the problem with us is we don't have that physical incubator with us, one thing. Second thing, we don't have that kind of a facility of seed funding also. Whatever activities, whatever things we are doing, that we are doing from our own resources. So these two steps, prototype to revenue and growth, I think if we come together, then we can provide you those. IGNOU can be a good feeder for your incubator, because
Right.
I have seen in I think in the month of March or so, I was there in IIM Kolkata in that future leadership program. I was nominated by the university under that. So I had a discussion with Dr. Professor Rajesh, and then one gentleman was there. I think I'm forgetting his name. He had presented the entire model of IIM Kolkata's incubation, how they are working, and then we had a little discussion also how we can come together. And then so I came to know that you are organizing various kinds of programs to identify such budding or potential innovators. IGNOU is also doing, and I came to know that you are not doing only for your students. You are doing across the states, even across other states also, to identify such potential innovators, potential entrepreneurs, and providing them different kind of academic support, training, etc. And then need be that funding support also. In that case, I think IGNOU can be a good contributor, at least to identify the potential innovators, to provide them the basic level of training, and that mentorship also, incubating their ideas to develop a business plan, and up to some extent. And then after that, you can take over what kind of support and guidance you may like to provide. So that, I think, possibility is there. So if you
Yeah,
tell me
Dr.
that
Sharma, I think you have identified exactly the right areas because you have
I
seen
would
how
like to
we
just share that
yeah
presentation, so that you can have uh,
yeah
other ideas what kind of things we have been doing. And is it now visible, Dr. Sujata?
yes
Yes. So in fact, I was talking about things. Yes. These are basically the seven areas or stages where we are working in the university. And the first one promoting the culture of innovation and startup, that we thought is very important in any institute when we talk about something new. So for that, we started one thing that was weekly Facebook live sessions, and that 50 such sessions we organized, and those 50 sessions covered almost everything: concept, basic principles, need of entrepreneurship, innovation, why we are talking about that, why government is talking about that, what kind of possibilities they are, why they should go for the entrepreneurship, IPR related issues. And also we invited some of the successful innovators and entrepreneurs from outside as well as from IGNOU. They presented. So the purpose was basically to motivate, encourage and create awareness about the innovation, startup, entrepreneurship. And that we have found that was quite useful also for the students. And because these sessions are recorded, and these recorded sessions are available on a platform that we have created for our IGNOU students, so they are still available. Students are watching them and then getting motivated. So that was one thing. Second, very good important initiative that we have taken, the Udyamita Ki Or. That is a fortnightly television program on Gyan Darshan. We telecast it on second and fourth Wednesday. The purpose of this was basically, earlier we were creating awareness about general entrepreneurship, innovation and startup, but here we thought a student is interested in a entrepreneurship in food processing, for example, in a waste management, for example, in environment only. So we thought we should have a sector-wise innovation and startup opportunities in those particular sectors. 17 such episodes we have organized, and these Udyamita Ki Or sessions, they are being telecast throughout the country on national television, and also recorded videos are available on YouTube, and those YouTube videos are circulated among other students also. Similarly, we are trying to share the stories of innovation and startup by IGNOU students as well as by other successful entrepreneurs. So they also get motivated that why I should go. Another initiative was the Festival of Ideas. Now we have organized a Startup Fest, IGNOU Udyami Samagam, those kind of things we are organizing, so that the students are getting a kind of platform also to showcase their ideas, their startups, and other students are also getting interacting with them, getting motivated, and also getting awareness about the possibilities. And different other awareness program, like a different kind of Google Meet sessions, Zoom Meet sessions, physical sessions also on different topics, and that is basically as per the demand of the students also. And also I would like to tell you, IGNOU has developed its own innovation and startup policy on the directions and guidelines of the National Innovation and Startup Policy. So these are few things that we are that are helping in creating a kind of a culture in the university, and up to some extent we are now successful. What is happening now as a result of that, the students, teachers, even the alumni, they are now talking about the innovation startup. Many students are there directly writing to us. They are meeting our regional centers, how they can help, what kind of guidance, support they can provide. So this is a impact of that. And the next stage in this is, once we organize these all activities related to awareness and encouragement programs, many of the students, we are able to identify them through these activities as well as through other activities like idea competition we are organizing, annual best innovation award we are giving since 2018, best startup awards we are giving, innovative app development challenge, because we see many of our BC MCA students, they are doing very innovative work. We thought we should involve them. IGNOU Udyami portal. This is a portal, online portal that is running on time, runtime every 24/7 on our website. It is available. So any student who is interested in a innovation and startup related activities, they register there. They come in our database, and they become basically a kind of a potential students whom we would like to further work, like providing them different kind of training or other guidance or other mentorship. So this IGNOU Udyami is helping us in identifying the the interested students who are really interested in a innovation startup. And then business plan competition, smart IGNOU hackathon, because like Smart India hackathon, we are organizing every year Smart IGNOU hackathon. So these all activities, they are helping us in identifying the potential innovators, budding entrepreneurs, and then what we are doing, we are providing them different kind of incubation support through virtual incubator. That is a Navriti we are calling. NCRT is virtual resource for innovation, entrepreneurship, and training initiatives. So that is a Navriti virtual incubator, because virtual why? So that the students from across the country, they can join us, they can submit their ideas. We on that virtual incubator, we have profile individuals portfolio, and then we are seeing their progress also, how they are progressing. These all things are there. At the same time, we are providing them different training workshop from time to time on innovation entrepreneurship, and then mentoring and hand holding as per their need and requirement. Idea to startup scheme, in fact, we started where we invite ideas and then help them in converting that idea into a proper startup initiative. So whatever different support and guidance is required at the different stages, that we are trying to provide them, and this is a ongoing activity. And another initiative is that is student empowerment for entrepreneurial development. This is a kind of a 2-3 days or 5 days continuous program where different sessions are given to a batch of students, so that similar batch of students are getting all those exposures what we want to give them. And also at the same time, we came to that know that many of the students are interested in protecting their IPR or getting their patent filing, etc. So we created patent facilitation unit also at the NCID, and that is organizing different kind of IPR related awareness program. We are trying to guide our students that at what stage they should protect their idea from IPR point of view, how they can do, how can they file their IPR, etc. So that is the next stage. And as I was mentioning you that IGNOU, the NCID was basically that established for the purpose of doing innovation for the university. So in that context, first we have been identifying the areas of innovation in the system. Then we innovate and provide innovative learning solutions like teaching learning solutions and innovative use of technology for that purpose, innovative support solutions in the field of examination, in the assignments and other support services. And also some time to time we carry out the research studies as per the need of the university. And then because in these all activities we felt that we alone cannot be sufficient, that's why we started involving our faculty members also from the headquarter as well as from the regional center. For that we created innovation club at IGNOU. This innovation club at IGNOU is organizing monthly meetings, brainstorming sessions on different topics, like for example the tutor mark assignment or assignment submission is one very important activity in the university. So we give some topic to the faculty that how can we improve, what kind of innovations are possible in this area. Now we are including some other topics also which are related to the students. On the same guidelines, we have created innovation club at RCs. Like Kolkata is also having a very vibrant innovation club at RC. They organize different kind of activities, even involving the students and alumni and others. From time to time, very some good students are doing some innovative work. So we are trying to appreciate, providing them a different kind of that felicitation kind of thing, so that they are being encouraged and others are also getting benefited. Idea bank, because as a result of these all activities, many ideas are being generated. So we thought these ideas should be somewhere stored in the form of repository. So online repository we have created, and we try to work on them from time to time. Faculty development program on innovative use of technology and on the innovation also that we are doing. And particularly after the introduction of the implementation of NEP, we try to integrate all these activities with the NEP 2020. Panel discussions on different aspects involving the faculty, involving the other external experts, and these all things we are doing. seminars, conference on innovation and startup. That is also a very important aspect. And because we thought whatever we are doing, this should be made available to other stakeholders, to the students, alumni, staff, faculty, and other outside persons also. That's why we thought to start a monthly newsletter on innovation. That is a Innovate, we call it. And since 2009, we are bringing out regularly. And I will request Dr. Sujata to share a copy of that newsletter with you also. So that will give you a glimpse of the activities which we organize monthly basis. Whatever activities we are organizing, reporting of that, some new things, sharing of stories of innovation startup by the student that we are doing. And from time to time, different reports, books, and other documents like stories of startup by IGNOU students, stories of innovation by IGNOU students, innovations in open and distance learning, 1 decade of innovation, because when I joined as a director in 2018, before that we had done several innovations. So we thought we should compile those all innovations, whether failure or success. So we brought out this 1 decade of innovation at IGNOU in 2018. And that is a very good document that gives a fair idea what kind of activities NCID has been doing, what kind of further improvements are required. And then next very important thing is that the institution, this networking. This today's meeting is again a part of that. Now, almost all our regional centers are now trying to collaborate with other incubators, other institutions who are working in the field of innovation and startup, institutions, innovation council that you might be knowing on the directions of MOE that has been created in all the higher education institutions. So we have been provided this mentor-mentee support to mentor 5 institutions last year and 5 this time. So we are mentoring other institutions for improving their innovation and startup environment in their institutions. Online discussion forums we have where our innovator students or potential innovators, they collaborate, they share their ideas, they interact with them. So this forum is there, and then several MOUs are now being signed. Innovation hub have been set up in some of the regional center, like at Trivandrum they have set up innovation hub. They have they are now undergoing MOU with the KDISC. KDISC is a Kerala state's I think state level agency which deals with the innovation and startup. So we are in the stage of signing MOU with them. We are also signing MOU with them, IIST, that in Indian Institute of Space Technology, particularly for promoting innovation startup in the field of technology and space technology. So that kind of things we are doing. And then mentoring for a startup, that is another scheme where we give them one-to-one mentoring to the identified students. Because we have seen that unless you provide them one-to-one guidance and support, they will lose either their interest or will not do much what they can do. That's why we have mapped these identified students with our innovation ambassadors or with some other faculty members in the university. So this in nutshell is basically what we are doing to promote, support, and nurture the innovation and startup in the university. Almost all activities, all types of activities are covered in this one slide. And just to give an idea, what we did in 2013-23, innovation and startup activities that we organized, like a number of NCID created YouTube channels. Look, whatever programs we are organizing through teleconferencing or through YouTube or Google Meet, etc., we are getting them recorded and making them available on the YouTube and through some single window platform that we are making available to the students. Number of activities, last year we organized 122 activities, particularly on the innovation, startup, and IPR related issues. Last year, 195 plus new ideas were generated by the faculty and students. 37 number of innovation and prototypes were developed by the students and faculty. 27 number of business plans were developed by the students. This is the data of last year, 2023. And 29 number of startup ventures that they were established by the IGNOU students, means they started, either got them registered or took some initiative in that direction. So that was the case. 30 number of patents were filed by the students and faculty last year. 45 plus programs. One scheme, that innovative scheme, we have a VYAS, that is a web-enabled academic support for the distance learners. So we created this 45 plus VYAS portals. In Idea Bank, 350 plus number of ideas have been reposited last year. That was one thing. 5 number of live episodes on Gyan Darshan. This is a 23 now. This has become a 17 now. So till this month, we have organized 17 such episodes on Udyamita Ki Or. 196 number of students and faculty they have registered on Yukti portal. Is basically Ministry of Education's innovation repository. So there also we are getting our ideas that submitted. Number of activities organized by the patent facilitation unit, because I told you that is creating awareness about the IPR and patent. So 10 activities were organized last year, and after that I think 5-6 more activities have been organized. Innovation Club at IGNOU, as I told you, every month we are organizing. So last year 12 activities were organized, and after that till today we have, I think, more than 6 or 7 more activities. Number of innovation clubs we have at 42 regional centers, because some regional centers have been merged for this purpose, so they are small. That's why 42 regional centers are having, but that is covering all the RCs. Number of innovation entrepreneurship activities by the regional center last year, that was 59 plus. And e-learning sessions also for the MIC portal, more than 77 we organized. And MIC certified innovation ambassadors, because Ministry of Education, they certify faculty by completion of their program, innovation ambassadors. In fact, these innovation ambassadors, they help us in creating that kind of culture, or also taking some sessions for the students and faculty. So that is happening. And also, as I told you, we are giving them some incentives, awards, and these all things that help us in identifying these students. So 20 such students we are identified last year. And this is not only the identification. What we are doing, we are basically trying to provide them yes, through these activities, the identification is one part, but that identification that help us in getting a pool of such potential innovators, and after that we take them and then provide them training as per the need. Sometimes some students say that we need training on funding opportunities, so we arrange from our faculty, or we invite some external expert also, what kind of funding opportunities are available for this budding startups. So that program is organized. Similarly, how to develop a bankable business plan. So on that we provide special focused activities. So this is a kind of I can say the ecosystem where we are trying to develop, and the outcome of that, as I told you, we are getting a number of good ideas. Out of those ideas, we are trying to convert them into at least prototypes, and those who are converting into prototype, we are giving them platform also to showcase their whatever they are doing. Platform internal as by the university, as well as by other organizations also. For example, last year I think 18 of our student team of startup, they participated in a CSIR organized program in NPL. The CSIR had organized this startup fest kind of thing, and 18 our students, they participated there, they presented. So that kind of opportunities we are providing. They could get connected with other startups, other funding investors, and other industries and institutions also. So this is what IGNOU is doing. What we are lacking is, as I told you, we are not able to provide them physical kind of support or guidance, or physical kind of space where they can come and do that kind of things which they want to do. That is one problem with us. Second thing is, we are not directly able to provide them any funding. On these all activities, we are investing from our own IGNOU resources, but for their support, if they want any seed funding, any support, we are not able to provide. We don't have any provision. So these are few limitations with us, but strength is that very high number of students we have. And if we organize these programs in a more rigorous way, then I think we will be able to identify more such potential innovators, and they have potential to convert them, because they are self motivated, and many of our students, they are not bothering for the jobs. This is a good thing, because the students who want to do something at their own, they are not interested in a job. For them, if we provide hand holding, mentoring, or even the funding support, then I think it will be a good. So this is that I wanted to share with you. And if you have anything to clarify, then yes.
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 So
So,
it was really a very detailed presentation with all the
the
various initiatives that you are doing. Yeah. Yeah. Professor Sujata, I think who is coming. Yeah. So, uh,
so,
Dr.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Now I think it's good. So, and it really gives a good picture on all the activities, the numbers, and everything. So, I think, as you rightly said, the bottom two layers of the pyramid, you are having multiple initiatives to take care of it. And I think this is good enough, okay, for now. And with time, this will also mature. You will also take it to the next level. So I don't have any recommendation on that. I think you are doing a very good job, great job, and very interesting things like that Gyan Darshan programs and all, which I think is really good. Now, I have couple of observations. First thing is, uh, how can we take it to the next level? Because you are anyway doing a great job. Now, let us talk about the next level, right? How can we make it bigger and better? So, the couple of areas where I think now you should aim at, because it's always difficult to start things, and you have done the difficult job already and doing it well. But now the next step is how to make it better and more visible, right? So two parameters that are typically measured to figure out how successful your initiatives are. So one parameter is how many sustainable businesses you have created, right? So all those business plans which you have shown, like around 30 odd business plans that have been created by students. So did they launch the business? And if they have launched, how many of them have sustained over the period of time? That is one success story. Because if they have sustained and grown, they would have created good number of livelihood, right? Which is very important from a government perspective. That the students are typically job seekers, but look now, IGNOU has this initiative where we are creating job givers, right? Which is a very good story to share. So I think one focus should be that how many sustainable and growing businesses we have created. Okay, that is number one. Number two would be how much funding our startup could manage from the market. It can be debt funding, it can be venture funding, doesn't matter, because that also indicates the quality of startup, right? If a startup raises a formal funding, that shows that the quality of startup is good, and that will help the startup to scale up. So that is another parameter which is typically measured. And the third parameter is impact. Okay, impact in there are two aspects. One aspect is direct employment. How many employments you have created, and the second part is how many lives you have touched. For example, every startup is trying to solve a problem, right? Either it's healthcare, education, agriculture, manufacturing, logistics, whatever way. So through their solutions, how many lives they have benefited. Hmm. So these are some of the factors, parameters which needs to be now added on to your dashboard, and that will make it really look good and complete, right? But in order to achieve that, some delta improvements are required. So you are already doing a great job in identifying student entrepreneurs and also doing the reward and recognition part of it. Also having like the slide, from the slide I could figure out close to 30 businesses have been started, right, from this. Now, how this 30, how can we increase this number from 30 to 100? We are looking at 10th of IGNOU with millions of students. This number is a bit low in terms of successes. So we need to have success stories. And the importance of the success stories is these success stories create more success stories, right? If I am a student and I see that another student of my previous batch, or let's say another 10 students of my previous batch have created businesses and doing well and getting visibility, then I will also get motivated to try it out, right? So success stories create more successes. So let us focus on success stories on the top of what you are doing. And for that, I will recommend a couple of approaches. First thing, as you said, that you don't have a physical incubator, okay? But that is not a disadvantage as such, because honestly, businesses, the entrepreneurs who start their businesses, they would find a way to do businesses wherever they want, right? So, for example, if you set up a incubator in Kolkata, right, then it will not cater to the students who are coming from districts, because those students will not come to Kolkata and set up their startups, right? Set up their businesses. They would like to be there, let's say in Siliguri or in Durgapur or in Bankura, wherever they are, right? And so physical incubation is not a mandatory part of it, but it is important that you do some physical contact program in form of, there's a standard terminology called boot camp, right? Can you do a boot camp every quarter where you get all these students in one place, maybe in the regional center, right? And you do focus training and mentoring over the period of, let's say, 2 days. Okay, so this, let's say, 30 students from each state would come to the regional center. They would be having mentors and experts who would listen to their challenges, problems, and guide them. Okay, so every quarter they can have a face-to-face meet, and you will be able to list out what are the challenges they have. Okay, and when they go back virtually, you can support them, right? So my recommendation would be that not having a physical incubation center is not a disadvantage. Have some quarterly contact programs in form of boot camps with the students. One of those boot camps can be focused on fundraising, where they would be meeting face to face with investors who would be able to validate their the fundability and share their insights and all. So there is a design which can be done. That is number one. Number two, that in order to increase the number of viable business plans, okay, from 30 to, let's say, 100, right? One important role needs to be played by the faculty. So you have a program where you have identified innovation ambassadors, right? Who are taking some sessions and all. That's what I heard, if I heard it correct. Now, you also need to identify some internal mentors. Some faculty members playing the role of internal mentors, because the faculty members are always the first point of contact, right? And these internal members should be identified and published so that the students who need a first level of support can contact them. Let's say Professor Sujata is internal mentor, right? So, and if I am a student, I am trying out my idea and I am stuck or I need some advice, I have a list of internal mentors with their competencies. I should be able to reach out to them and seek their advice, right? So this is of immense help, because when students are working on idea, they don't know who to go, who to talk to. And many students drop their idea just because they didn't get their adequate support. So we don't want that, right? Now, converting faculty to business mentors is something which is a change in style, I would say. Okay, like it is not a teaching or training kind of style, it is mentoring. So you might think about a faculty development program on business mentoring, so that you have a trained pool of faculty members. And if you need help, we'll be happy to do that, because we are doing it for multiple organizations. So you can directly reach out to me for that. Then the next one would be, so the faculty members would be able to take the students from a idea to prototype, and prototype to initial commercialization level, which you are doing anyway, the first two levels. But it will help you to create a larger number. And then the ones which are going for incubation, there you organize boot camp with industry experts. The faculty mentors will also be there, but then you get industry experts for the physical contact program every quarter and handhold them. Finally, end it with a demo day. Demo day means they will pitch for funding. So let's say it's a 1-year program. You have a 1-year structured program, create a cohort. Okay. So out of all the contests that you do, you identify the best startups, let's say 100 of them all over India or whatever more, maybe 20 per region, the best promising ideas. Faculty handles them, the mentors, and then you have intervention external experts, right? And end of the year, after they have gone through the boot camps, worked on their business plan and all, they will meet the investors and they will pitch for a demo day. And hopefully 10% of those startups get funding interest. And as Mr. Anup Kumar has mentioned, that incubators like ours also have seed funds. So if some interesting startups are there, we'll be happy to consider them for funding. And we can even take them for our acceleration. Okay, the next stage. So this kind of collaboration can happen regionally. For example, in the West, you can collaborate with IIT Bombay, or in South, you can collaborate with IIT Madras, who are doing it very well. Or there are various options, or even IIM Ahmedabad, something like that. So in the East and Northeast, we can help you, but in the other regions, you can do it like that. So I think this will help create success stories and provide more opportunities to the students, okay, including seed funding, which are the current gaps. So I would like to stop here and ask you that what is your thought, and if there is some action plan that you have in mind, we'll be happy to work on that.
I think it's a good that you have given that suggestions. We also feel that physical incubator is not really necessary this stage. When they grow further and at any stage they require physical incubator for that purpose. We are now trying to collaborate with the existing well-established incubators, so they can take help from there. But the other stages which you have suggested, like a boot camp, and because many things, awareness and these things already we are organizing. But boot camp, I think boot camp can be a good initiative, because we also feel whenever we had friends with us in our campus, they were with us, they were more excited, more enthusiastic, and then many more such ideas came while discussion, and then seriousness also is certainly more in that case. So those boot camp type of activities will I think will be more effective in that case, so that we can plan. And if we go for collaboration with IIM or SIDBI, whatever thing, then we can work out what are the activities we will be focusing mainly, and at what stage we can think that we will be helping, or something else we can expect. So that can be worked out. If Sujata, you can mute yourself.
Yeah.
You're not talking. So that one suggestion you gave, like increase the visibility, and these all things, that is also important, because that will certainly increase the number of this kind of students or alumni who are taking interest. And for that fact, we year after we are doing some more and more activities. Like last year, we started Best Startup Award, and then I think 84 startup initiatives we got as an entry. But this time till today, we have got 170, more than 170 startups they have submitted. So that influence is there. People are getting more aware, but certainly we need to enhance this effort more, because keeping in view the number of students which we have, number of alumni we have, because 3.5 million students and almost similar number of 3.5 million alumni we have, and many of the alumni are already doing some one or other kind of entrepreneurship, but they need support to scale up their effort. And for that, I think certainly your requirement, your that support will be required, because whatever we are doing with them, that is a mainly academic kind of support, guiding them from where they can uh, support or funding or those all things that we are doing, but we are not actually able to deliver those things. And another thing, like you have given suggestions, like what is the impact of these all activities in terms of employment, and how many people are getting benefited, and that we'll try to get data, because initial 2 years, I'll tell you, in 1920, we did not get anybody who could take initiative in this direction, and we continued our effort for 2 years, and after that only two students, they came with us, and then they took initiative, and next year this became 16, and then became 25 and 30. So that is a kind of a gradual increase in the number of students who are coming forward to take initiative in this direction, because they are also coming to know that this university is providing. Earlier image of the university was like, you take admission, study, and go out with a certificate. That was the kind of image, but now it is changing over the period of time, as an effort of these all activities by the NCID, by the regional centers, so that is helping us in getting more and more number of students coming forward. And once they come with us, then we start providing them those guidance and other support. And regarding that mentorship, you have rightly suggested, what we are doing now, instead of giving the name of the mentors on somewhere on website or somewhere else, we are trying to map them with the mentors which we have already identified, because we know the faculty from our university, what is their strength, what is their expertise, and what is the need of the students. Accordingly, we try to connect them, and that role of mediator we are doing, we means NCID is doing right time. But as the number will increase, I think this model will not work, so we'll have to follow what you have suggested. We can go for that. So really, we are thankful to you for your very nice suggestion, because you are experienced in that area, and now we have to think how we can go further, so that we jointly can do something. I think it will be good for IIM also, when they are getting that kind of a feedback, and our students also will be getting benefit from that. Yes. Jagannath Das is one such student who has taken
Yes.
this initiative. He is
Hello, sir.
We had
Hello?
invited some of our already selected learners out here. Jagannath Das is one out here. So Jagannath, are you there? I thought you were traveling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can listen.
Yes, ma'am. I'm there. Actually, I'm traveling. That is why it's on and off getting disconnected.
Okay. All right. So we'll just be there, and we'll take up your thing. And if I may just intervene a little here from what Dr. Sharma has been saying, and right now I think it is all clear before IIM and also before SIDBI exactly what stage of innovation and entrepreneurship and startup development we are. So I was thinking if it was possible to make some kind of concrete suggestions in the line that even Mr. Arup Kumarji was mentioning. One was So, Dr. Sanyal, as you mentioned about a boot camp, maybe we could organize a boot camp in, if IIM Calcutta is willing, a boot camp for all the selected, entrepreneurs, so which we have already selected in the national level from NCID, and if we can have a kind of a boot camp organized with the expertise of your faculties who can give us a kind of a their expertise, and of course the funding takes place, and if SIDBI could be our partner in a way of giving us some kind of a funding support by which this whole group, which as you know, the selection has also has also taken place through a number of steps, and these students and these learners are all have all been selected through IGNOU's different steps of selection, and we take quite pride on the students that have already emerged. Kolkata itself has 3 very outstanding entrepreneurs. 2 of them are not here with us. There is Jagannath here with us, and there was Sovik Haldar, who was working on the cryptocurrency, and he's actually been invited to California, and he has gone there and he has tried up his thing. So from that level, if we could have some kind of a concrete thing, then we can give a proposal to IIM Kolkata and to SIDBI to support the bootcamp initiative. And the second proposal was from my side, would be yes, an FDP program for the faculties. That is also very important, because the faculties, the academics of today is going to be the in-house trainers or in-house educators for future startups, and so they need also some kind of a training. I mean, I'm myself an innovation ambassador, but my training was all from the MOE that we have had, but we need constant upgrading on that. So, Mr. Arup Kumar, if you can just take that.
Yeah, thanks. I missed the deliberation, but at the same time, the sense I'm getting is that you have some clarity amongst at least 2 of you as to how to go forward. My thoughts on this, the boot camp suggestion. What happens? Some new idea in a real meaningful way is undertaken by some serious institution, and such endeavors we certainly support. But at the same time, over a period of time, I have observed that these things become commoditized. And boot camp is now such a thing that everywhere I am seeing happening. And when I try figuring out as to what happened to the people who participated in boot camp, the result is not very encouraging. So in general, to request from even other IIMs in northeastern side, I have said no, and in some places I have said no to my participation for this reason only, because this is happening now with regularity, and the same set of persons going from one camp to another camp. But at the same time, IGNOU being very different, and the type of students it has, and from there, whatever would come for boot camp would be very different expectedly. So we will be willing to have a look at the proposal, at least means not without any commitment. Without any commitment, we'd like to have some look and then decide. That is about the boot camp proposal or suggestion.
Anuj,
Sorry, yeah, please.
I just want to add one point on the boot camp, since you have experienced multiple such boot camps in Northeast, and I do agree with you, because it has become like a commodity, and the boot camp is treated more like a training, okay, like another glorified version of teaching, and that is the reason it is not successful. A boot camp, if it's not supported by mentoring subsequently, then the startups, after gaining the knowledge, they don't know how to apply it, and that is the reason the outcome is not successful. So boot camp is more application of knowledge rather than giving the knowledge. So this is one difference I would like to highlight, which I agree with you is not happening. People are treating it like a get some faculty, train them, and finish. The boot camp is done. This is not the idea.
Yeah, having said that, as I told you, my reason for not very supportive of this idea in general now for the last 1 year or so is for the reason that same group of people going from one boot camp to another, number one. Number two, the outcome, I am not seeing much in good outcome. At the same time, as I said, IGNOU's group would certainly be different. And so I would be inclined to have a look which way, especially if MCID, I hope that is the correct name, MCID selected people attending boot camp would be much different than the boot camp attendees in this part. So we will have a look certainly. But second point, which is rather my main point, the structural intervention which SIDBI in general has been doing and I am more interested in. We have been supporting the educational institutions, many institutions including Skill University of Delhi and other institutions, universities, we are supporting. But at the same time, the support for those institutions is much different vis-a-vis IGNOU. Because there what we are telling them is identify 25-30 students, means people who would like to take up this, and then give them 10 to 12 weeks comprehensive intensive training, and then do the grounding of enterprise also. And we are giving some support, and some support is coming, some part is coming from the institution or university. In this case, IGNOU being a distance learning institution, probably they would not have that type of infrastructure and wherewithal. So we can marry the setups like IIMCIP and IGNOU and do that. So this is a new thing which we can think of experimenting. And as I said in the beginning, let wherever the energy is there, I would like to support that. And that energy I am seeing happening. Today she is regional director. But then earlier when she was talking about that, she was additional director. And then also I was seeing that energy. So I would like this to start from here, especially since IIMCIP incidentally is also here. And she is having that energy and enthusiasm and idea. So let us start doing that. In case we see some thing coming out of this, we have the type of IIMCIP support we are running here. All over India, we are having that type of support, whether it is IIM Calcutta or whether it is IIT Kanpur or even IIM Ahmedabad. So all over India, we are supporting such programs. IGNOU is All India Pan-India institution. So wherever then we think of replicating that post the success of this pilot and then fine-tuning of the outcomes of this pilot, we can then think of scaling it up. This can become really a big nationwide program. But straight away we should not be jumping. We should try a pilot, a small pilot at RC Calcutta, IGNOU, RC Calcutta and IIMCIP. There we would certainly be interested in doing whatever we can.
Thank you so much. Sir, Dr. Sharma, I was just, since Arupji has already put it up so beautifully and, it just makes me so energized to see what we can really do in Kolkata. Sir, I was, Dr. Sharma, the list of startups which you have already through so much of hard work, which we have already have in our hand. And if we have a process by which, say, we pick up some, and of course, Kolkata also has, in the list which Dr. Sharma has, there are a number of startups which are from Kolkata itself. And Dr. Sharma also, and NCID as a team also has a number of for all over India. So if NCID can select a group of students, learner startups, who we can then put up for give the proposal to IIM Calcutta, Innovation Park. And Dr. Sanyal, you give us the, so we take it from this level, from the prototype to the revenue stage, at that stage. This is actually in that incubation expertise stage, because till the pre-incubation stage, Dr. Sharma, NCID, IGNOU has already worked out and created a group. Now it is time to see how that group can be taken to the next step of prototype to revenue. Now here is where IIM Innovation Park's expertise is required. So which are the areas that you would like to, I mean, I will be giving you writing a proposal with permission of Dr. Sharma. We will do that under his thing, and we will give it to you. If you can give us the ACAD, so that ultimately the students who come out of it doesn't fall into the trap that Arupji is fearing. And we have actually an empowered group of startups, which is, where they can take it on further into the growth stage. So, and in fact, Dr. Sanyal, I forget his name, but there was a participant in your program the other day, the young participant from, I'm sorry, I don't remember, but he's also from Kolkata, and he was from Macau and that center, and he has done so much, and I'm sure he must have received some kind of training under which he is now today sitting on the dais and talking on the same platform. He's a very, very extremely young person, and I was thinking, what stops some of our innovators and our startups who have been chosen from IGNOU also to be there one day. So that is the vision I'm carrying, and what you can do for that, and how I can be part of it, if you can guide me on that.
Dr. Sujata, I have a slightly different view because what we have been doing at the national level, we have not focused one area. Kindly mute. Like if we are piloting on the regional center Kolkata, so we'll have to make a special efforts to identify more such students from that area first, and then provide them a kind of a training and guidance, and then take them further. Because so far we have we do not have much number of students from RC Kolkata. I think maybe 3, 4, 5. But if we make a little more effort, and then identify students, then provide them basic level of awareness and that training kind of thing, and then we take up these all things activities, then I think we'll be more successful. You can have your views also. What is your views on that?
Sir, my idea, my views are that since we already, of course, it is RC Kolkata, and jurisdiction wise, we have 3 matured, innovators here. There are matured startups out here. But if we could add some from already, the exercise has been done. So if we could add some more and have the first thing with IIM Calcutta, so that becomes a kind of a it becomes a kind of a stepping stone for others to for replicate later on. So instead of just waiting for how difficult, we will have to again start from the basic and get so many more startups. There are 3 startups which are at a matured level.
If I may suggest,
Yes.
Dr. Sharma, your point I am getting, and it's really valid point. I was just thinking that IIMCIP, it has its own name, a reputation, and the team, and you have heard Dr. Sanyal, the type of expertise he carries. So even the people from outside Calcutta or West Bengal would be too interested in having exposure to Dr. Sanyal and team at IIMCIP, and we can bring a hybrid concept. If people are not very comfortable in coming to Calcutta, the hybrid mode would be physical as well as virtual. Physical, whatever is there, but then let that be piloted by the team here. Under your overall guidance, whatever experience and expertise you have as the department head, please handhold the RC Calcutta team, because coordination at local level, where I am also there, I also will be telling my team to be associated to the extent wherever it is needed, and Dr. Sanyal and team, and Dr. Sujata and team, under your overall guidance, let that happen for the first batch.
Then I think there is no problem. Then if we are covering students from other RCs also, so then we will have a good number of at least in a batch some
first batch
students.
As per again, let the final say be that of Dr. Sanyal, in terms
Yes.
of seeing the list and then filtering it for the people who are ready for next exposure. They are mature for that, and then whosoever is outside will come. Whosoever is here, that is already there, they would be attending from here only, and then we can have that first batch of whatever size Dr. Sanyal feels fit, 15, 20, 25, 30, not more than certainly that, than that, and then we can have this as a pilot program.
Then I think
Yeah,
it will be fine because
yeah,
students from nearby, even nearby regional centers, Patna, Bhubaneswar, or Ranchi, and I think they can easily come together because we have students from there. So
Yeah.
that can make a group of students, and for this purpose, whatever training or whatever kind of mentorship we are giving them, and also we will ask them whosoever is interested, because presently I think we have a database of 62 such startup founders who have taken this kind of initiatives, and they would like to certainly get this kind of benefit from IIM or any such recruit institute. So initially, without our intervention, in fact, many of our students have got benefit from IIM Ahmedabad. One student got IIM, that IIT Kanpur, because for them we did not approach anything at their own. They approached them, we identified, we provided them support, they were provided the best innovation award by us, and then just we told them these are all possibilities. In that case they approached the IIT Kanpur at their own. I am that Ahmedabad, they approached there at their own. So they got those all mentorship, even the funding support also they got.
So that
But
is
here
very
in
good.
this case, we will be coordinating.
So list of 62 can be then mapped to the stages which Dr. Senal in first slide showed in terms of their position in this journey. And
Yes,
then second step, we can take the willingness of those people for going with this IIMCIP type of program. Out of those willing candidates, that list be shared with Dr. Sanyal. He sees for their being fit for such a program. Once that list is prepared, finalized, filtered, and okayed by Dr. Sanyal, then that can be then taken forward by Dr. Sujata in terms of designing the program and submit the proposal.
yeah. I would agree. See, this program that we design, it is not for just for the sake of it. There will be an objective. Objective would be that how can we create some fundable enterprises, right? So there will be a selection process. The top innovators that we have already identified can be the first shortlist, and then we can uh, have a online kind of a discussion or pitch with those who are interested, and select a cohort of, let's say, 15 to 20. And we do this regularly. So the startups who are really interested, generally they travel, and these are not like they need to stay here for long. It's like a 2 to 3 day every quarter, because that is very important, not only for the face-to-face interaction, but also their network also develop. Okay, within the startup, that cohort of 20, and they can also help each other. That's what we have seen. And then rest of the time, they will be mentored virtually only. So they will be assigned one specific mentor throughout that 1 year period, and the mentor would be able to support them in terms of implementation of the learning, implementation of, and solving the challenges and all. So we should target a 1 year program. End of the year, it will end with a demo day and a funders interaction with the funders. And we hope generally what happens that out of the batch, around 15-20% get some initial funding interest. And the good thing is that we also have our own seed fund. If somebody is eligible, then we will, and there's support from SIDBI also. So we'll be happy to extend that. So the first part is making them fundable over a period of 1 year, and then giving the fund, right? So it should be focused on creating success stories. It's not for the sake of it. We are training and our job is done. So Dr. Sharma, we should look at the national level cohort, and I can tell you with my experience, if startups see value, and funding end of the day, right? They don't mind traveling and attending a quarterly boot camp, which will be organized by RC Kolkata.
No, I agree fully, but because they will not mind. I've given you example of these two students. They were traveling from Delhi to Kolkata and Ahmedabad. So that if they are getting right kind of support from right institute, they will be very happy to travel. Just I was just thinking because pilot training, if you are doing pilot project, then are we restricting to RC Kolkata? If you have Arupji has given a that green signal, then there is no problem because we will be very happy. We are doing a kind of a filtering exercise at the national level, and those filtered out stuff we are giving you. Out of that, you will be selecting through that kind of online or offline, any kind of process. Those who are really serious, their idea is doable, supportable, that kind of thing you will be doing. So out of 62, or even this time we have got around 184 applications, and I hope 5 or 10 out of those also we will be shortlisting very soon in the month of August itself. So this number will be again increasing by 5 or 10 more. So we say that these 5 or 10 will be the potential innovators from our entrepreneurs from our side, because they have taken initiative at their own company. They have got registered, something they have started, but we think if they are provided right kind of support, they can scale up their work.
Right.
So for the support which SIDBI or the IIM Kolkata will be providing, that will be after this exercise which we are doing. That we will continue, because as I told you right in the beginning, we are not able to take any action or initiative in the top 2 stages. 4 stages IIM is doing, and I told you that we are very good in the 2, like awareness and idea to prototype. But after that, prototype to revenue and then growth, we don't have any infrastructure, we don't have any kind of model also. We are simply guiding, mentoring students. You can go there. Now our regional centers have started collaborating with other nearby incubators. So that kind of support we are providing. But this model, I think, will be good for these two, at least for next 2 stages, 3rd and 4th. And out of that, you rightly said, सान्याल साहब की जो sustainable business हमें देखना है कि how many of them are able to do that sustainable. That should be our objective, because to begin with the startup, yes, many people are taking initiative, but they are stopping, they are closing down, not taking further initiative actions because of many reasons. So if we are able to guide them, support them, help them in that context, so I think that will be good. And this we can make a plan, because it is going to be a 1-year program at least from today, and after that, after 1 year, some of them will be able to do at a certain level. So that plan we can work out, and we will take approval from our Vice Chancellor also for that, because this is a meeting between we and you. Dr. Sujata will prepare a kind of proposal in consultation with you, and we have this kind of plan which we have discussed. We will be providing you those filtered out students, and then after that, support will be provided through IIM Kolkata's incubator. What kind of support will be provided, that we can spell out in that, so that our authorities are also clear about those things, and what kind of awareness or training we will be doing. In fact, we will be mentioning only that we will be giving you the students, potential innovators or budding entrepreneurs, who out of which you will be selecting. Not all will be provided, because you'll have to be sure that these are certainly bankable, fundable or not. Support should be provided to them or not. That you can do.
Good.
I think the meeting was very good, and this initiative will be very fruitful, and because all of us are interested in doing something for the students.
Good to see, Dr.
Yes.
Sharma, your initiatives, and really that has a potential, because IGNOU is pan India, the type of students you have is not available anywhere. The type of Swalamban concept what our Prime Minister is seeing and looking for, probably IGNOU can really do really great in this. Really great.
I'll give you two example. I think 1 month back there was a meeting of Ministry of Tribal Affairs and IFCI. My vice chancellor was supposed to participate in that meeting, and because of some engagement, he asked me to attend that. I attended that meeting and then told them about what we are doing, and they got so interested to work with IGNOU because their scheme is for tribal community, and that is pan India through other organizations. They especially wrote to me that we want to collaborate with IGNOU, and they wanted to have a meeting IFCI and for tribal, because that scheme is being supported by the IFCI. So IFCI and Ministry of Tribal Affairs, they met me personally here. They came. They are so much interested because we have, I think, 46,000 students per year who are from the tribal community, and this number of students they will not get any institute. That is the one thing. Yesterday only at my home, when I was at my home on holiday, the Sunday, I got a phone call from UNICEF. They are also running a scheme, and because this is because of the number of students which IGNOU is having. That is the strength. And very important thing is many of them are very much self-motivated. We don't need to motivate. They want to do something, but limitation is that what to do, how to do, from where to get support, they are lacking in that. And we are trying to provide this kind of support to them, that yes, we are not giving funding, but we are taking you to the funding agency. We are taking you to the agency which are providing right kind of training. At least this we can do being at the distance, so that we are trying to do from the NCID or from the regional centers. And we are really thankful to the regional directors like her, जो कि एकदम से they are taking proactive initiatives, and really she is doing wonders in that region.
So let us do this quickly. The way we have summarized, right? Let ma'am talk on this.
Thank you. So first of all, absolutely, I'm personally feeling very enlivened by the support that all of you have given, because Kolkata Regional Center would really like to be a catalyst and see that something come out of it. And if I've seen Dr. Sharma has been so persistently following this, and he has motivated, I guess, all of us out here to be supporting him in every way possible. And this was also part of my support, sir, extended to whatever you are doing, that we can have the students that you have already filtered, and so that they can also have some kind of an exposure, and they can go have an access to IIM Calcutta and SIDBI and support of these institutions. So having said that, I'll just sum it up a little bit what I understand from the deliberations today. Now we are going to be in the stage of developing a proposal. The proposal will address some of the objectives. Will be to take our startups from the stage of prototype to revenue generation and above to that stage. So we are going to access those students who we have already filtered as our startups, and then those names will be given, will be provided to IIM Calcutta, who will use their expertise and select them, on the basis of which we will see which all learners are found suitable to join this program. And after that, IIM Calcutta will provide us a kind of a agenda for the training that you will provide, and we will then, these objectives having been settled, we will look to SIDBI to support this particular do we call it a boot camp, or what do we call it formally? I just
let us see. Let us first work on the proposal. Let us see which way.
A 3 days training program, maybe, to upgrade them from the level of prototype to revenue, it's a kind of a training program, and accordingly
I
we
think you
will.
do not limit it to 3-day or boot camp. It should be a kind of ongoing activity.
Okay, ongoing activity to approach to make it look like a 1-year program. Then ultimately we have the final outcome is to have a demo day presentation when we actually get those startups who are totally suitable and found suitable for real funding, as Dr. Sanyal was saying later on. So the objective is to carry this program for almost for almost 1 year, and in between mentees will be assigned to these selected trainees who come with us, and they will sustain them for 1 year, and at the end of 1 year we will have a demo day presentation by these trainees, and then depending on how well they perform their the entire process will be supported by SIDBI in terms of our ecosystem collaborator, or um, uh, this is how I take back. Is that how? Is if there's anything else you want me to before I write the proposal myself? So anything else that I should include?
No, fine. Let us conclude this.
I think you prepare a draft. You can share the email or some other media. We can get input from others also.
Okay.
That will further
Yes, sir.
refine how we will be implementing.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Thank you very much, and namaskar, and have a very good day. And thank you once again
Thank you very much.
for being here, sir. Thank you very much.